Studio B live music with Caitlin Canty today. I asked you at what age you started playing guitar and about the songwriting, but singing, I
Mhm.
guess you probably discovered you could sing when you were really little.
Yeah, I don't ever remember having short hair or not singing. And my family's got lots of famous anecdotes and, singing with my head out the window when they asked me to maybe change the channel. I would sing like one song on repeat over and over. So singing has always been the thing I loved. And the guitar was like a vehicle for singing for a little while
Right.
until I met my match in this
Yeah.
recording king and started having a conversation with it instead of
I told you it was famous.
so famous.
I, when we're little, we all think we can sing, but I'm sure there was an age where you realized, hey, I actually can. I've got a nice tone to my voice and a good sense of pitch, which yours is excellent. And
Oh, well, thank you.
you figure that out sometime. Maybe you record yourself or something, and you go, "Wow, that's all
I don't
right."
know. I was always just kind of drawn to. I come from a marble town where, strangely enough, like the sidewalks and the public school and of course the bathrooms and the hallways and everything is just loud, reverberant, and so I've always just humming and singing up the hallways, and you could always hear me coming. And it's not so much loving the sound of my own voice; it's loving the sound, how it feels to make that sound, and I don't know. It's just
It's kind of helpful to
can't really pin
develop
down why.
your sound quote or your image quote. It's good. Don't you think it's good to have a grasp of that?
The technical side, you mean?
Yeah, kind of.
For sure. I
yeah.
think we were talking about this the other day. My music theory for a professional musician, my chops are the bare bones, and we've got a lot of friends who can do anything at any hour of the day, vocally or otherwise. And it's I think sometimes having limitations helps you find your voice a little more easily, and sometimes keep your point of view on the mark. Where if I could, scat with the best of them, I mean, maybe I would be doing that right now instead of singing a country ballad. I like what I like, and I hope it doesn't become more narrow. It just becomes like more. You carve a deeper line, maybe a deeper road.
Well, based on things you said today and the folks you work with, I don't think that narrowing down is a worry.
Well,
I don't
that's
think
an old
gonna...
soccer piece of advice. Like, always play up. You only get better if you play up. So I
Ah.
surround myself with people who I am like lucky to be in the room with, like Miss Tess.
Well, tell me about winning the Troubadour at Telluride.
Oh my gosh, that's so fun. So Telluride Bluegrass Festival, they have every year a competition that doesn't really feel like a competition. It's very friendly and supportive. And you have to sing a song you wrote 100% of. And the field keeps getting whittled down. But so I did win that. I think it was 2015 maybe. And ever since I've gone back, I just love that festival. But the cool thing is you get to play a 15-minute set on the big stage. And for me, playing in front of, I think it was 11,000 or something, some massive number of people, happy people with a huge mountain behind, the loudest sound I've ever heard coming out of this guitar, or my voice was like bouncing off the mountain. Still probably get chills thinking about it.
I bet you weren't scared one bit.
Actually, it was a crazy moment building up to it. I had to fly home for a funeral, and I had to leave early, and I lost my phone a few minutes before that set. And so I was tearing around looking for it, finally found the phone, and just had to go on stage. And so there was this 10-minute period of like, oh, you have to go play for the most people you've ever played for. And it was fine, because I had already expended that energy on, worrying about not being able to find my way back to this funeral in New York City. And
So you're like piece of cake now.
yeah, it was free. I was like, I got it. Let's do this. This is fun. And it was right before Lake Street Dive and right after, I think, Yonder Mountain String Band. So
Oh
it
my
was like
gosh.
high energy situation for a, brown-haired singer-songwriter solo.
Oh,
But it was great. I loved it.
I'm sure you were terrific. I have no doubt about that.
I blew their minds, sure. I'm sure of it. No, it was just fun.
Fun is the best thing to have,
Yeah.
isn't it? Especially with your music.
I don't think everyone else skipped off stage in the same way. I didn't actually skip off stage, but I felt like skipping off stage. I had to try to play it cool.
In your mind, you were skipping, right?
Don't skip off stage. Whatever you do, hold it together, Canty.
And what's it like to have your songs on TV shows?
Oh my gosh. Actually, we could have played that one. Well, there's one song in particular called Dotted Line. It was on a little EP of mine. And it's a big deal. I mean, it's a big deal for your songs to be on the radio. And then it's a big deal to get a check for your songs being on, a TV show. And the weird thing that happens is they, dangle a big fat check in front of you. They say, would you like your song to be on this show? You say, absolutely. Thank you very much. And then you wait months and months to see what happens to your song. And that song in particular, I watched it with my family. We watched the whole episode all the way through on House of Cards.
House of Cards, yeah.
And and we didn't hear my song. Can you believe this? And so we watched again, and that's a creepy show. It's like dark. And so there's this creepy music that swells in as a young woman walks down a dark alleyway, and she puts in her little white earbuds, and you start to hear a little tss, 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 and that's my song.
Oh.
So my big break was inaudible, but hey,
but it's on Netflix, and it's still on Netflix, right?
Yeah, I think it is. I don't know.
And then I had here that they also had one of your songs on Code Black on CBS.
Oh yeah, I sang a little bit for them. I did some covers.
Oh, okay.
And that was just being kind of a guest vocalist. But I'm in a band called Down Like Silver with Peter Bradley Adams, and a couple of those songs have found their way out there. But yeah, it's like it's a little lottery ticket.
Sure.
In a way. But it's cool when songs can be married to visual images and make it more meaningful. I don't know if that was the case in that example.
It's Caitlin Canty here in Studio B, and I really hope y'all do one more song for me. But
sure.
I wanted to mention, according to my schedule, you guys are at the Evening Muse tonight in Charlotte.
You got it.
Yeah, that's a great venue.
And then we're in Asheville tomorrow.
Yeah, at the ISIS. Two great venues in 2 nights.
Well, we are on this Americana Blueprint tour.
Yeah. I was going to ask you about that too.
Sure. It's sponsored by, it's presented by the Americana Music Association. And
you are their premier in this thing, aren't you?
I am the guinea pig, as I was called. No, it's a cool map, really. So folks like myself or anyone in this Americana genre can have a clearer idea of the venues that are receptive to our sorts of music, and especially radio stations. Because, as you know, when I'm sure you see a lot of crusty, sleepy musicians come through here, but getting up early to go stop at the station isn't usually our first thing on our minds. It's just getting to the next gig. So this helps us find the good spots along the way. And my agent put this together along with Americana Fest, and they're responsible for the Nashville Americana Fest, and they're also responsible for some tribute concerts. One of which I got to play Emmylou Harris tribute show, where she was sitting in the audience, and we were asked to play a song she either cut or wrote while she's sitting as far as you are from me. And that was an intense and amazing, and that was a freaking nerve-wracking experience. That was, I was telling folks last night, if you can still see the claw marks in my guitar as far as my nails were dug in. But boy,
you didn't skip off
songs.
Stage with that one, did you?
Oh my gosh, I think I had to be carried off. It was really cool though, and she's just such a beautiful person and singer and songwriter. So
legendary for sure.
Yeah, that was a fun night. But that led to me saying, why not? When Americana folks said January tour, most of January, Northeast to home. It's like a sleep deprivation experiment. Like, why not? We'll plow through some snow. I owe you guys a big one. That's how I felt. So,
well, we're very happy that we are one of your stops.
Oh, yeah. This is so great. Tess has been here with her band a bunch of times, and I've heard great things about you. Noam Pikelny was saying how much he enjoyed being here, so we didn't want to miss it.
See, we always have the best people in. And that's what makes it so much fun.
Well, we see our friends on the walls, Stray Birds and Josh Ritter, so it's a good spot.
Yeah, you've done some touring with Josh Ritter, haven't you?
I opened a few shows this summer. It was amazing. Amazing. He's such an energetic person, and like his songs are so meaningful to me, and his audience is the sweetest bunch of people. They even helped us load out at one point. Can I help you with your merch?
Well, cool.
Yeah.
Well, we got time for one more song.
All right, let's do it. We'll
Which
do that. Your House of Cards one. You wanted to, you teed us up with that. It's